What techniques do you use to study?
Depending on the class, depends on the method I normally use. For example, I have a sociology class and I take the notes or the PowerPoints that I'm given in class and I'll make note cards. I'll quiz myself based on the PowerPoints and the notes. What techniques do you use to study?
I really like making flashcards. I think that writing stuff down really helps me engrave it in my memory. Also like Quizlet. Quizlet's a blessing.
Where do you study?
I don't like studying in my room because I get distracted and want to sleep on my bed. So I usually have to study somewhere like the library or Starbucks or somewhere where I have to stay awake and keep focused. I think that I'm really successful in school, and I think that my study habits definitely help that.
What techniques do you use to study?
So typically when I study, I either use Quizlet, I rewrite my notes, I look up the PowerPoints that my teacher has put online on D2L, and I just review it. Sometimes I will rewrite them and I'll make flashcards.
Where do you normally study at?
So I don't really study well with others. I tend to get distracted very easily, so I either study in my room by myself or I'll go to the library. Sometimes I'll go to a coffee shop like Starbucks or the Willow Tree downtown. Normally I just like to study in a quiet environment. I can't be with people because, like I said, I get very distracted and I tend to talk a lot.
How do you normally handle stress?
I don't handle stress very well at all. I think I have an anxiety problem. So I go to the gym, I run a lot, so that normally helps me keep my mind off things. I just try to preoccupy myself. Sometimes I'll watch Netflix and give myself a study break, and then I feel better when I come back.
Where do you like to study at the most?
I often like to study in my room. I get a lot of stuff done when I study in my room by myself. I can easily focus. If I'm studying with a group, I like to go to the library where we can use the dry erase boards and we can talk, we can get everything out on the table and learn from each other.
What are some tips you would give people watching this video?
I would say that you should always try to put in a few more days before your test or before your exam. I would start studying probably 3 or 4 days, maybe even a week before my test, instead of studying just the day before, last minute, an hour cramming, because you don't technically take in information when you just cram it in all 24 hours before the test. I would also say take advantage of your online resources in your library. Use books, use resources that you have here on campus. Get your money's worth of your college experience.